What's up, guys? Hope you're having a nice day. My day's going pretty well, and I decided to make a Pokemon video like normal. So I lead with Bronzong. He's bulky, tanky, and can set up and get the battle going in my direction. So I always use him as my lead, just about like 90% of games. And so he brings in his Weavile. I'm kind of confused what he's gonna do, and he goes for Swords Dance, and I land the Hypnosis, which is pretty good because Hypnosis only has like 60% accuracy. So I was kind of glad it did land. So now I'm going to switch into Chandelier and try to scare away his Weavile. And he did switch out because he's predicting the obvious Fire Blast, which I used, but it missed. That's Pokemon. Moves are going to miss. People are going to get crits. So he used Toxic. I'm a little confused why he didn't just go for Scold. He was probably predicting me to switch into Blastoise, so he probably wanted to get Toxic up on my Blastoise, and I stayed in. So now he's going to go for Scold, and I'm going to go for a super effective Energy Ball, and it did around 40% damage, and that's just about what I expected it to. And I didn't have anything I wanted to switch into and take a Scold. I didn't want to risk getting my Blastoise burned, so I stayed in and used Chandelier as death fodder. And now I switch into my Hariyama, and I'm gonna go for the obvious fake out. And so he switches into his Pimp A, Pimp A, Pimp A. He switches into Pimp. I don't know what he named that Pokemon, so we're just going to call it Pimp. And he goes for Psycho Cut, which is super effective. He got a crit, but it probably didn't matter. So I let my Hariyama die, which was kind of stupid on my part. So now I go for Mega Horn. The only reason I didn't go for close combat is because he has a Ghost type, and I'm Scarfed and don't want to lock into close combat. So I switch into my Blastoise to take the obvious Fire type move, and he takes a lot of damage from recoil. So now I'm pretty sure he's close enough where Aqua Jet can kill him, and Aqua Jet does kill him, which is kind of good. So I'm down 2 Pokemon, he's down 1, and he brings back out his Pimp, and he goes for Thunder Punch, which I was not even expecting him to have any type of Thunder move, and I don't know, Thunder Punch and Psycho Cut, he's running a pretty good move set. So I switched into my X2 just to get a Toxic off on him, and I'm just going to stay in and use him as death fodder so I can have a safe switch in for my Heracross. So he kills him. I'm down to 2 Pokemon, and this is where it starts to get a little bit interesting. It's a 5-on-2, and so I go into Heracross, but obviously I can't lock into close combat because he has a Ghost type Pokemon, and Ghost type are immune to close combat. So I go for Mega Horn, and it does nothing to the Steelix, so I'm going to have to switch into my Bronzong. And Bronzong can completely wall a Steelix because Bronzong's bulky as crap, and I'm just gonna set up Reflect and stuff. His Steelix does have Earthquake, so I'm guessing he thought I had Levitate, but I'm actually running Heat Proof because I love it when people use fire moves and expect it to kill me, my Bronzong, but it doesn't. So he goes for Roar instead of Earthquake, and I'm just gonna close combat him because I know he's not gonna go into his Ghost type, even though he should. And he goes for Earthquake, which I resist, and with the defense drop, I thought it would do more, but it only did 17%, which is pretty good. So he goes into his Melodic. I'm kind of confused um, why he didn't just go into his Ghost type, because they're immune to it. So he used his Melodic as death fodder, I guess, and now he brings in this, so obviously I'm going to have to switch because I'm locked into close combat. And he's going to hit my Bronzong with the Shadow Ball, and it's looking like it's going to be a 3-hit KO. And so my Bronzong's only attacking move is Earthquake, so I can't do anything to hurt this Kingdra, so I'm just going to use Hypnosis. It misses, and I already have one of his Pokemon asleep, and the rule is you can only have one Pokemon asleep at a time. So anyways, I bring in my Heracross, and he has a Ghost type Pokemon, so I can't close combat, so I have to go for Stone Edge. And Stone Edge only has 80% accuracy, and it's a 1-off 3 now because I killed that. And so I hit his Pimp, and so now I'm at 2 times attack. I just killed 2 Pokemon. He still has 2 left. He brings out his Weavile, and I land 3 Stone Edges in a row, which is crazy because it only has 80% accuracy. He's now down to his last Pokemon, Steelix. So I go first. I use Stone Edge, and it missed. But he used Gyro Ball. I live with 1% HP. 1%. And I'm gonna go first, and I miss another Stone Edge. And he manages to kill me with the second gyro ball. That was a good game. It came down to the end, and in the end, hacks didn't go my way. I missed two stone edges, which stinks because if one of them would have landed, I would have won. But anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and that was a pretty awesome battle, and it was really fun. Towards the end, I was getting so hyped up, and when that second stone edge missed, I I felt so bad. It really made me mad. But anyways, like I said, thanks for watching, and if you're not already, subscribe. It's free. Why not?